Hey everyone, welcome to the Twisted Word Show. Today we have our very first episode. In our very first episode, Irina Dumitru, the author of Sophie The Robot with the Soul and Blue Fog, and she has one really awesome book coming very soon, which we will not talk about here. We will talk about it in the videos coming soon because she has a cover reveal to do very soon. Welcome, Irina. Tell us something about yourself and introduce yourself to the viewers.
Hello, Yash. Hello, everyone. I'm Irina Dumitru. I'm a published author from Romania and also an independent author on Amazon. Um, as Yash said, I'm the author of Blue Fog, which
Yes,
is a dystopian novel for young adults and grown-ups. I'm also a wonderful person, I think. No,
tell
kidding.
me.
I'm also a preschool teacher and I also teach English to preschoolers. I am a mother and a workaholic, I might say.
And a mother of two really naughty children.
Oh, great, naughty children. Yes. Um, what else can I tell you about myself? I am a grammar Nazi. I am really passionate about grammar, and I also like to improve my skills every day. Uh,
Yes,
I am friends. I have been friends, and I hope we will be friends from now on too. With Yash for 2 years now. Yash, is it two
yes.
years?
No, I think we met in 2020 or maybe 2021. So it's been almost 3 years, or you can say 2 or 2.5 years.
Yep,
And
I
it has
think.
been Yes, and it has been amazing being friends with you. I love that you showed interest in my book and you read it, and I really like that you love reading my book. And it is actually coming again. I'm rewriting the book, so it's coming again with much in a much better way. Like I'm polishing it. We all evolve. As you said, I'm always you are always learning new things. So that way, in these 2.5 years, I've also learned a lot from you and other authors like you. So, using that knowledge, I'm revamping all my books as well and going to republish them. Okay, this show is not about me, this is about Irina. So, let's continue with that. Uh, how about you tell us about the kind of books you write? I'm sure it's science fiction, as I think it's science fiction, right? Blue Fog.
Yes, I have been writing sci-fi so far, but also I have books dedicated to children. I have two um, um, books, illustrated books for children, and one children's chapters book, which is Sophie the Robot with a Soul. I'm
What is
also
the
working on, yes, sorry.
What is the story behind Sophie the Robot with a Soul? Can you tell the viewers about something about that, just to
Yes, I
intrigue them?
can. It's the first book I've ever written. Um, I started working on it when I was at home with my baby daughter back then. And I am a active person, and I just couldn't bear sitting only at home and taking care of the baby. I wanted to do something else to leave something behind for my children. So I started writing the first chapter of Sophie the Robot with the Soul. And I remember posting it on social media on a group of people on Facebook, and someone read the story and brought it in school to um, first. class, I think. And the children really enjoyed the first chapter and asked me to continue working on it. I received great feedback from that first chapter, as well as from children and from grown-ups. And this is
It
how
must have
I,
been it must have been so fulfilling, so satisfactory, right? To hear little children saying that they loved your book and they want you to write more,
yes, it
right?
was. It was. I couldn't even believe it. When I posted it, I didn't even use my name. I was ashamed. I thought people might judge. They wouldn't like it. But it turned out that children loved it and were thirsty for more. So I gave them more. It took me about 6 months to write it. And it has been, I think it's the best book I have written so far. Not that the other books are somehow in of a lower quality. No, I've evolved enormously since the first book, but it has been the book that has managed to um, enter children's houses. I sold a really, really big number of copies of Sophie the Robot with a Soul here in Romania.
That's amazing.
Children love it and ask for more. Sophie was ended up as a as as
I was about to ask, is there going to be like a sequel to Sophie the Robot? Is there like a continuation for the story or a possibility for a new book that is related to the topic, the same book?
many children have asked me to write a sequel. I haven't done this yet. I started writing for it, but you have to be in a certain mood in order to
Yes.
write something dedicated to children. Uh, my first attempt sounded a bit dramatic, maybe, too sad for it to end up in children's hands. So I think it wasn't the time, but I do plan in writing a sequel sometime.
Okay,
Um,
so that's still good. That's still good news, right? For the
yes, it is.
children as well as all your readers, because now you have mentioned that there is a possibility and you are going to do that sometime in the future, so they just have to stay connected. And that is why we ask you, follow me and follow Irina to stay updated and get the latest updates about her book. Okay, so now let's talk something about blue fog, maybe like something exciting. What is the first of all, tell us about blue fog, and then tell us what you really liked about writing blue fog, and your favorite characters or scene from the story.
Blue Fog, as I said, is a dystopian novel. It's inspired by a strange phenomena that is happening here in the mountains of Buzău, the place I live in, Romania.
What
Uh,
kind of strange phenomena?
um, so it's actually a blue fog that rises from the earth, and it is said that people have disappeared in this area. It has been of a great interest for many of the politicians, of the head of states here in Romania. Ceausescu, the communist leader, was also interested in this phenomena and has sent uh, soldiers to search and physicians to uh, search the area and understand what was happening. I decided to use this unexplainable thing that was happening here because I wanted also to promote the local area, um, which is really interesting. Um, in that region, there are it is said that there is a tunnel which is uh, coming from the mountains of Brazil and leading to another place in the Carpathian Mountains here. And I used all of these myths and legends and um, into creating a dystopian novel. Um, the main character David uh, is a hybrid, a mix between um, an earthly parent and an extraterrestrial mother.
Okay,
Um,
so now for the viewers, is there a chance that viewers can know what the extraterrestrial mother is like, or will it become a spoiler so you can't tell it?
I think it will be a spoiler. You have to read the novel. I'm working on the English translation for the second volume. Only the first volume is actually available on Amazon right now. Uh, Readers will understand the whole story after reading the second volume as well. Um, I think it's a great book to read, and people have been really excited after reading the story and have shared with me their thoughts, their questions, their anxieties. It isn't a dystopian story, a classical one. It's something that makes you think about why do we exist, where do we came, where do we come from? Is there a God? Are we free? Uh, the book is really related to the question the of being free. Are we or are we not free? Uh, is there a destiny?
So there is
So
also a philosophical side to the
yes,
stories that
um,
make the reader think, not only enjoy the story, but also makes the reader think and want to read more, of course, because then the sense of discovery just ignites in the reader and they want to read no more. So has the second volume been also successful, just like the first one?
yes, it has. It still hasn't been translated into English and isn't available on Amazon, but it has had a great success here in Romania. Um, People loved it, I think, even more because my skills have improved
Yes.
since writing the first one till the second. And you can definitely sense the evolution of the author. I myself am conscious about this, but I did enjoy writing the first one as well. And I think each and every book that a writer finishes and sets into the world is a demonstration, a proof that uh, people can evolve, people do evolve, and
Yes.
writing gets better and better.
That is correct. Very correct. And I 100% agree. Okay, so now that you've talked about Sophie the Robot and you've also talked about Blue Fog, can the readers get a little bit of something for the latest book that is coming out? Also, how exciting it's going to be like in comparison to Blue Fog and Sophie the Robot?
I have just finished writing, I think, the most wonderful children's chapter book in the world. It's called Oscar the Wizard. I am currently translating it into English. I was
Okay, so
inspired.
is it already published in Romania or not, or
No,
is
no,
yet to be
it's
published?
on its way. I'm waiting. I'm currently organizing and putting things into order so we can have a great launch of the book. Um, I I said that I was saying that Oscar the Wizard was inspired by an article I have read. I think I read it last year. It was about a family in America who told their children that they came from a family of wizards. They were big Harry Potter fans, and they
Who is it?
wanted to share
Everybody.
this with their
Yeah.
children. So, inspired by this, I wrote this funny story. It's a story about bravery, about accepting everyone's flaws, and doing their best to become better. Um, so, it's a book about getting from zero to hero. Um,
So basically, all your books have like a beautiful message, right? All
yes,
your books have a beautiful message. Blue Fog, Sophie the Robot, and Oscar. Oscar. What is the name of the book?
Oscar the
It.
Wizard.
Oscar the Wizard. Yes. Awesome.
Yes, they do. All my books have such a message, whether it is for young children, for grown-ups. I also have a book called how can I say it in Missing Genius, Pierdut Geniu in Romanian language. I haven't translated it till now because of lack of time, but it also has a story behind the story. It's about acceptance. The protagonist of the book is a young man who has autism, and I want to make people
What
want to.
inspired you to write? What inspired you to write this book?
Well, I consider that I think every person is unique, and we should embrace our flaws, and we should accept everyone in this world. Uh,
That is true.
I think
Definitely.
it's just a coincidence, but I have a dear person in my family who has Down syndrome, but that's not the fact. We all are different, we all are special, and we should love each other the way we are and stop judging one another.
Yes, I agree. That's beautiful. Okay, now, like, writing a book is a huge task. Not everybody can write a book. Not everybody can 100% make it perfect and express whatever they have in their mind in the form of words. So what were the various difficulties or challenges that you faced when writing all of these books? I believe that you must have faced the most number of challenges while when you were writing Sophie the Robot, because it was your first book. And now that you are an experienced author, I believe, has it become a little easier, or is it still the same?
Um,
It has got to be easy, Irina. Otherwise, I'm going to be disappointed in you.
it hasn't gotten easier
In what
because
ways? In what ways?
uh, I think the first
Writing,
difficulty.
the writing process, the editing process, that is of course something that will never get easier, because writing different stories comes with different challenges, different research challenges and all that. But what are the other challenges also? Okay, I'll let you speak.
Time is my biggest problem. I don't have enough time.
Oh,
I have
everybody.
two jobs, sometimes even three jobs, a house, husband, and two children. So this writing is my third job it is a passion, but I never find the time to work without being interrupted. Um, Sometimes I have so many thoughts, and I just can't concentrate on my writing. Uh, so I have to be calm. I have to have time. I have to have space, intimacy, and these things most often are missing from my life. That's why it hasn't gotten any easier. Although my children are all grown up. No, I have a 6-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son, but they do need my time. They need time so I can help them with the homework. They need time to go to the park, and it isn't getting any easier. But regardless of that, I am doing my best and I'm trying to write. I have a lot of projects waiting for me to finish. And I wanted to ask you if I can mention one of them because I
Yes,
love
of course.
the idea. Okay,
Of course. Why?
I'm working on a book. I have started working on it. I think 3 years ago. It's called How to Get a Skull. No, I don't know the equivalent in English. The Romanian name is Cum să-ți procuri un craniu. So, how to get yourself a skull. If you ask
How to
yourself how
how
to
to get
get
your can
yourself
you
a
repeat?
how to get yourself a skull, your own
Okay.
skull. Why
Yes.
would you need a skull? Are you asking yourself, why would I need a skull?
I
Um,
remember you mentioning it in the past when we were talking. So go ahead.
so if you study for medicine here in Romania, I don't know if it's the same thing in other countries, but I remember an English person telling me that it's the same thing in England. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You would need to analyze, to learn by observing real life bones, human bones. Um, it's not just a myth, it's reality. I have been talking to several medicine students, and it's not that easy getting one. I think it's also illegal. I don't know. Um, but
What what
the
is
main
the yes, go on. Go on. I
the
yes.
main character here, Mara, hasn't got a lot of money and resources, and she couldn't find a real human skull. So she isn't
Why
accepted.
is she looking for a skull in the first place?
Her teacher asked her to provide a human skull and to show him what she had learned about human skulls by analyzing the skull. It is for real. I mean, it is a practice here. Um, there are also, how do I say it? Older students sell their skulls to younger students, but there aren't enough skulls for everyone. So if you want one, you should start early.
Like what? Yes.
Yes, it's a thriller novel with a bit of horror,
Or a touch.
horror touch of that. It's getting really, really nice. Haven't finished it, but it won't be long till I will. I'm really proud of this one, although it took me 3 years to finish. I didn't
You
finish it
know,
yet.
it takes time to create the best gems.
Yes, it does.
So consider it like you're giving all of your efforts, putting in all of your efforts for this one, and it's going to be really amazing when it's done. You'll feel content, you'll feel satisfied, you'll feel amazing, and you already know the feeling.
Yes, you're right about that. Um, I have also started writing on a different kind of story. It's also thriller with horror touches. Um, it hasn't doesn't have a name yet, but it's written in second person. Uh, it's exhausting to write in second person, but the effect is awesome. Awesome. I can feel every word in on my pores. It's really interesting, and people who have read the first chapters say it's wow, a different thing. They love it. It's not for everyone. Not everyone can read narrations in second person, but I love the effect, and I will continue writing this.
That's amazing. That's great. Okay, so now you will be considered a pretty experienced author as you've written many books, you're trying out different styles, and you are also doing amazing in the field. Do you have any advice for indie authors like us who are new to all of this and in the publishing field, and also of course they are writers, so they know how to write, but what advice would you like to give to new and emerging authors?
My advice would be to follow your dreams and also try to improve your writing. Sometimes even I did so. Authors are so how can I put it? So satisfied with their own work that they think they don't consider other people's opinions. They don't consider that it can be better. I would advise young authors to work with an editor. Only this
to
way,
get feedback to get feedback, to learn, to improve from others writings, and also to have constructive criticism taken on their writing so that they can improve on the things that they can,
yes,
right?
I would also suggest them to read a lot of creative writing text. Jerry Jenkins has a lot of videos which are really good and will help everyone improve their writing. Um, you can do better. Everyone can do better, even I. And I think mm, it's not about only creating something and all about talent. It's about work and editing.
Yes,
That's
it's
the
about
biggest.
hard work. It's about the efforts, uh, it's about the efforts, hard work, and the time that you put in. So nobody is born perfect. We all just work for it, work towards it, and we achieve that goal. That's uh, how it works and how it should work. So it was really amazing having you on the show. Do you have any last words, Irina? Of course, don't stop promoting your books. This is your chance. Go for it. Tell us
Um,
tell us where the readers can find your book and everything.
you can find my books on Amazon, and they are also accessible here in Romania on Libris, Cărturești, and also Cassius Books. I would like you all to give it a try. Try Blue Fog. It's available on Kindle and also on Voxa here in Romania. Um, you won't be disappointed. Thank you for watching.
And all the links to Irina's books are in the description. You can go ahead and purchase her book right from her author page. And thank you everyone so much for watching and staying with us. If you're watching the recorded version, also thank you for being for sitting through the entire video. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Thanks, Irina, for coming in the show. And we'll see you back again in the next episode of the Twisted Words Show with Yash Sharma. Bye, guys.
Bye.